This is me. If you've watched from the last episode, you're probably thinking, how the fuck did I get here? Competing against C-Bomb, the Giant Killer, the Martian, you name it. This was the biggest show of my life. I guess you could say we banked an investment. On the last episode of the prep series, you saw me getting ready for an amateur regional qualifier. And a lot has happened since then to now. In fact, I just started my preparation to bank another investment. But before we get into that, let's throw it back a little bit. The day before the regional. This was the only regional left that year that I could compete at that would allow me the chance to compete for my pro card. This was also the first show I'd ever coached myself for. Things had to go well, but as we know, things rarely go to plan. On the way to the Airbnb, just moments before we arrive, the host cancelled it and decided to give the room to his mate instead. This left us with nowhere to stay and no backup plan. At the moment, we don't have a place to stay. We're just going to head up to the venue and get registered, tanned, and then we'll worry about that afterwards. I've entered the show. We've got to find a way to actually compete. The registration, tanning, that's all sorted. It's just the bits in between to finding a place to stay tonight. I think the main thing is just rolling with the punches and not getting too stressed, because obviously I can't stress out too much. That's going to reflect in the physique. I'm not going to lie, I got quite stressed arguing with this guy who was just telling me I can't stay in the place that I've booked weeks in advance because he's decided to just give it to his friend. And then customer service stressed me out because they couldn't understand the thing I was saying. And that took a long time to just get my point across that the guys just cancelled my reservation last minute. But I need to just remain nice and cool. If we find a place, not, or if we're going to sort of, I don't know, freestyle this shit. Either way, I'm going to be competing tomorrow. I'm going to make sure that happens. There's nothing that's going to stop us. Liam's come up with a golden plan, which is essentially, we've got a van that we can sleep in. So that means we can park pretty close to the venue, which is nice. Posh comes to shove in regards to the food. We'll just buy a microwave, go to like a McDonald's or somewhere, and cook the meals that I need. We will do it. We've timed, we've registered, and now it's time for the next meal. I haven't eaten in fucking a long time, but we've weighed in at 102 kilo with clothes on. So about 100 kilo, heaviest I've ever been for a show, which is very cool. We're gonna go and eat this, and then we're gonna find a place. Well, we found a place actually. You've set us up in a hotel, and me and big lad Liam, who's holding the fucking camera,
aren't homeless anymore.
We're not homeless anymore. We found a place to stay on the evening before the show, which is actually a convenient thing, isn't it? It's quite ideal to have a place to sleep. But also, my mouth's watering so much I'm choking on my own spit. They've given us a hotel with one bed. Now, Liam's, how tall are you?
6'1".
6'1", just under 300 pounds. Like, yeah. Big fucking lad. Would make it an incredible spoon. That's what I'm thinking. But we're going to see if we can change up the bed situation. If not, I guess we're cuddling. But yeah, I'm going to eat this, man. Again, quite hungry. And I'll see you in the fuckery of a room. I'm not even sure exactly where it is or what we're staying in. But we'll find out together, okay? We'll go through this journey together. I love you. Stay strong. We've come far. We're almost done. Okay. Okay, let's give you guys a tour of this bitch. So, we have a nice kitchen area, which I'm probably going to mess up quite soon. We've got the remnants of the banana there. A little office area. Nice little seating living room area thing. That is the bed. We've got a mirror here. We'll see what the lighting's like for the physique shots. We've got a mirror here, which is my own mirror that I've brought from home. I've also got the bathroom here. I'll be using that very shortly. I'm starting to get fucked now. Like, I'm starting to dip. I thought the banana would save me. I don't think it is going to save me. So I need an early night anyway. We're going to be up at like 5 in the morning or some shit. So the plan of action now is to just chill for the rest of the evening, wind down, get the last meal in, wake up bright and early, ready for the day. Good fucking morning. It is the ZF Endgames, the last opportunity to qualify for a pro qualifier event is happening today. And this is the first time I have competed in 2 years. And it's time to see if my first crack at coaching myself to the stage has paid off. And if this week has gone to plan. And only time will tell. Only a matter of hours away from the show. Let's get it. We're back in the van with the man, Leanne. So, plan of action today, obviously we're just heading down to the venue now to finish up the tanning and then straight backstage. But the plan in regards to food, having a look this morning, I think the best thing to do is not eat. Touch overspilled this morning, which is fine. I found as I was posing, the water was sort of dissipated and I was getting a little bit harder, which is great. So I've taken an additional serving of Peak Max this morning. I'll probably take another one, and that combined with just pumping up, don't need any water, don't need any more food, and I think we should have that nice blend of fullness and dryness. And again, just through more time of not having any water, more time from my last meal up to the show, again, that's going to be dropping off water. So I'm just going to spend a good amount of time pumping up. When I do actually get backstage, I'll try to get there nice and early and then just pose, pump, work my magic, man. And then we'll do the big fucking dance. After arriving at the venue and getting my last coat of tan, there was one thing left to do, and that was to wait for my class to be called out. In the meantime, I had to pump up and pose in attempts to get rid of the excess water from overspilling and not think about the fact that this is my first and last opportunity to qualify for the opportunity to compete for my pro card. And also the fact that this was my first time on stage in 2 years. This was going to be the most competitive regional of the year, and this was my first crack at it being self-coached. For now, I had to wait to see if the gamble had paid off. Will it all go tits up, or will I prove to myself that I've got what it takes to compete at that caliber, self-coached?
We did it. We did it. We did it. So we'll just wait for the overall now. We'll see how we get on. But won my class. First time I've ever won a class in the Two Bros. Oh my God. I am happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm very fucking happy with that. Yes. Let's see what we can do.
The 2024 Two Bros Pro Events NPC Worldwide Men's Bodybuilding Champion number 233 Connor Fairbanks.
Okay, so the overall is done. Missed out on it. Guy who won, fucking a very high caliber athlete, and probably he's got to get his pro card. For myself, you know, I'm probably about 4 weeks out. I'll go into more detail after that. But yeah, the winner of the overall, much deserved. Missed out on that, mate. But again, I'm just happy we've got a class win in a stacked show with a stacked class. So it's time to pack up, actually get some water in because I barely drank, bit of food, and we're getting back to it. We're getting back to work.
I'm back to work. I went home, had the meal that I'm supposed to have on my diet, and contemplated my next step after that regional victory. Little did I know at this time, I'd be competing a lot sooner for that pro card than I originally planned. And also, I'd be going up against that same overall winner to obtain that pro card. But for now, this is where this episode ends. The first investment of that season was banked. I had proven to myself that I could compete at a high caliber, self-coached, and that my gamble had paid off. Subscribe to see the rest of the journey and my attempt for the pro card.